Hello and welcome back for more Dungeon Defenders. Today will be attempting my Ironman challenge with the Jester, who is definitely weaker than any of the other classes I've attempted this with so far. I wouldn't say attempted. I have completed this with so far. And potentially a little on the luck-based side, depending on how things go, I guess. But one thing about the Jester, he kind of got indirectly buffed. I shouldn't say indirectly. Basically, since they introduced the new classes in Hermit and Warden, they added some of their powers projectiles into the random projectile pool of her party popper towers, which, if you're not aware, makes a random projectile every time it shoots. So by nature of those projectiles being naturally strong, he did end up getting buffed in that sense. He's used to defend the dungeon. Well, good thing you're not the one trying to defend it, I guess. But welcome in, Freeman. May as well jump into this.
Etheria.
Are you being weird again? Obviously, this would be much more difficult if I had to rely on presence. You didn't say much more difficult, much more luck-based. But since they added Jack in the Boxes and Party Poppers, he is more of a real class rather than just being a meme. And these defenses are surprisingly decent. Jack in the Boxes are basically just worse bouncers. They are blockades that knock back enemies, but they don't take up as much space and they can only attack in a single direction. And then he has Party Poppers, which are attacking towers that, as I mentioned before, shoot random projectiles. And that randomness can definitely change the outcome. I guess affects how effectively you can defend the dungeons, for lack of a better way of putting it. Anyway, this first wave, I need to get the archer to walk into the Jack in the Boxes by positioning myself to where it wants to shoot me but can't. Yes, that works. The biggest threat to the Jester is almost certainly going to be, I think that might be, going to be kobolds. The suicide bombers. And I think if I'm at risk of getting overwhelmed by them, a best answer I have is probably going to be using the Wheel of Fortuna ability to debuff enemies. And Wheel of Fortuna is not an ability that I have much experience using. It's basically a slot machine, but you have some control over what you get. If you have practice with it, you can pretty reliably get what you want. I'm actually gonna go ahead and open one chest here so that I can build Party Popper on this side. And I usually wait until the combat phase starts, but I think in this case I don't think I can afford to wait. It is nice having access to Party Poppers at level 3. They can start building them very early on. Each jack in the boxes is very low. And those archers were very close to hitting me. Just a bit more on base damage or tower damage. These definitely need to be upgraded since they're at slivers of HP, which this early on is kind of a big mana sink. In fact, it's probably better to just sell and rebuild them, but should be fine doing it this way. Definitely don't have as many party poppers up as I would otherwise, but Roma probably do some repairs too. I actually had some potentially interesting ideas. That are basically variations on this challenge. That are, I guess, a bit less serious. But I think it could potentially be some to try out. A welcome motion. But those would definitely require more people to do. it wouldn't just be solo challenges like this. Okay, can you walk into my defenses, please? Come on. Tower range, because I'm definitely going to need it. If not now, then soon. Ready pop right here. And pretty pop right here. Defense units are now maxed. I think I need to do some repairs. I don't think I can afford to upgrade something here. Hopefully the items I pick up are sense enough to where I don't need upgrades right now. I guess we'll have to see. It made it trade that without taking damage. That's why I repairing a welcome Foldress. And using a new class this time. One that's a bit less reliable. Honestly, I think he's actually one of the classes better suited to this challenge, surprisingly. I honestly wouldn't have expected it without testing it a little. But party poppers and even Jack in the Boxes are surprisingly good. I guess I always thought of this class as more of a meme. And it is the jester after all. Before she only had access to presents, which were or I guess I should say are basically a meme. They have a random chance to spawn an ogre, which is kind of ridiculous. If I were to try to use those in a challenge like this, if that happened, the run would just end on the spot. Alright, I think... I probably don't need to do any more upgrades. And Archer is... I guess it's fucking to my defenses now. Ideally, I don't have to hit it myself and my defenses stay up just so that I can get maximum experience, but looks like I don't have to worry about that. Dumping coins and tower healths at the end of the map. It generally seems like the best time to do it because if you add points into tower health mid-map, all the defenses you've already built will need to be upgraded or repaired to actually benefit from the increased health. Last thing is, additional projectiles at least. Not very good. And none of these are. The one thing about the Jester is she can hold two weapons at once. You can have one weapon for DPS and then a second weapon that acts more as a stat stick rather than an actual weapon. Not a single good helmet, unfortunately. Not really any good vests. I'll be honest, these item drops are really bad. So hopefully I can manage okay in spite of that. But it's not looking good. Only one way to find out, I guess. Onto foundries and forges. On this map, I definitely want to put my defenses further forward than usual. Yes, to avoid archers shooting over them and hitting the crystal. I think the biggest weakness of party poppers is their limited range. Not actually sure the best place to put these. I guess this is fine. You're welcome, balls. This wave is going to be a bit iffy. This is a big... Not really sure the best way to put this. This is a pretty good example of why the Jack in the Box is having such small size is a significant detriment. Because I basically need to leave these big gaps, try to draw aggro with party poppers, and use my weapon to make sure enemies don't run through the gaps. Not really all I have. And hopefully... Okay, this just is able to run through. And Crystal got hit anyway. Unfortunate. I think I'm actually going to... And is it worth it to open chests early here? I'm not sure. Probably worth it with at least one. We can get a third party popper down on each side. Open this one over here. Reaper sign. Always worth to gamble, surely. Thank you for the bless. I don't really have much of a choice but to gamble with this class. Let's put one up here. And the crystal is still getting shot. I'm really feeling the lack of power stats from my armor right now. I'm wondering whether I position my defenses too far forward, actually. Hopefully this works. The DNA is full enough to see. Put more points on attack rate. Not really sure what else to say about this class, honestly. And options for defenses are basically just party poppers in front, or party poppers in the back, Jack in the Boxes in front. Or gamble with crescents and hope you don't freeze on the spot. Technically, getting the senses from presents is more defense unit efficient most of the time. Just because they have the same defense unit cost as the present rather than the defense normally would. But again, you can't choose what defense you get, and it potentially just spawns in an ogre or something. Okay, yeah, this is what I was worried about, putting my defenses so far forward. Now this archer is shooting at my Jack in the Boxes while being around the corner to my party poppers. Just really need more attack speed. Just increasing the number of party poppers you have and boosting their attack speed will help with the RNG a bit, just because you have so many more projectiles. You're much less likely to get really lucky or really unlucky that way. This is the first wave we're gonna start seeing kobolds. I am level 15, so I can use Veil Fortuna if I need to. But it does cost 150 mana, which is kind of a lot right now. Kind of unlucky that the kobold there got triggered that early. My defenses are taking way more damage from those than they really should be. And the archers are being annoying again. Can you even get one of them to move forward? I miss so much damage. Pretty sure there won't be more kobolds this wave at least. Lost Jack in the box. Yeah, we'll be honest, this isn't looking too promising. It might not make it past this map. Really use more casting rate. Really use more everything. My stats are so low right now. Might have been worth it to just go fly. Equipping green items from the ground instead of holding on to my deeper well stuff. Oh, welcome, Chica. This run is not going very well, I have to say. My stats are very bad. Try to just distract the ogre. Come on. SD. think they were cloud tower projectiles that ended up aggroing the ogre. But Seeker is able to distract it for long enough at least. That's my goal with this rule set. Same as it has been, just beating the Grand Champion on Insane Hardcore, starting completely from scratch without failing a single level. Yeah, I need more tower health. I'm not failing or restarting a level, I should say. They're doing it with the Jester this time, which is definitely going to be more difficult than other classes I've done it with. So I've done it with Hermit, Countess, and Warden now. Alright, any decent staves? And this could maybe be good. I'm not sure that I'll be high enough level to use it by the time I need it. Fortunately, these stabs aren't looking the best. Welcome, Ciderman. It's probably not more time. In terms of armor, basically anything is going to be better than what I'm currently using. That's a really rough movement speed penalty. -2 tower damage, but the tower stats overall are definitely better. And be missing out on some hero stats, but I think that's fine. Lots of tower health, at least. You just finished going to the Heritage Museum? Supposed to go. Your cousin and his family. It just says you perked decent. You were having car issues. So did you go in alone, or did you just leave? It sounds disappointing, though. Alright, and so it's somehow able to make it past Foundries and Forges with those garbage items. I can hopefully make it through Magus quarters. Started a bit of a test run earlier today, and I ended up with some kind of cracked items. This is going to be much more difficult than that was. It's alright, you wanted to see how it changed from when you were a kid? But then more entertaining with kids there. I see. So is it interesting at least? Oaken butterflies. You heard the Wheel of Fortuna? I haven't actually used that yet, despite being a high enough level for it. If I'm going to need it, it's probably going to be on Alchemical Laboratory. Kind of sucks that goblins got thrown on both sides there. Maybe it's your dream? Welcome, Quaker. It's the season to Gamba. Is it? Wait, what time is it right now? It's like 30. Did you have something going on in like half an hour? Okay, can I... There we are. Feeling there was probably a waste of mana. Definitely lost some experience that wave, but oh well. What? Oh, sorry. Stayed up all night fixing PC Chen and probably played DS along the way. Have you made any progress on that yet? So last time I asked you, you said the best way to fix it is probably just gonna be finding a new PC. It's fixed? Wait, did you actually fix it? It's alive? That is good to hear. I know you've been struggling with that sort of that. Right, so I need one more party hopper over here. Then I need to build anti-air. Which, 4 party poppers this side should be enough. 2 in front, 2 in back. I generally try to stagger my anti-air like this so that the front towers can draw aggro. And if it's not... And if the wyverns aren't dead yet, the towers in the back can shoot the wyverns while the wyverns are attacking the towers in the front. Which tends to work fairly well when I'm lacking in damage. The only worry there is that if I'm lacking in damage, then it's going to be harder to aggro everything. Defense units are mixed. And to upgrade the damaged jack in the boxes. Yeah, that's something that kind of bugged me about that new Astral Party map. Is it has this enemy that's like a jack in the box but a monkey. So you'd think it would be called a monkey in the box, but no, it's called a jack in the monkey, which doesn't really make any sense. Upgrade the damaged poppers. Ideally, they won't be taking any more damage, but... and you never know, I guess. I really should prioritize upgrading the sides for the moment. I will need to upgrade the middle later for the ogre, but until then the sides are going to be under more pressure. Wait, what is that archer doing? There it goes. Yeah, let's get more power damage. Then I really should start investing more in casting rate. I don't really have to manage to upgrade all of these. Level 2. These are all damaged. Means I can upgrade one more and then I'll have to do the rest mid-wave. Come on. Right here, and then the two in the middle. I don't think I've seen that happen before. The Kobold's fuse was already lit, and then it got launched into the lava. And I should probably get my anti-air up to level 1. That was not good. The EXP loss there is definitely going to hurt. Looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. Okay, this... Really? I was just trying to avoid getting blown up by the kobold there. But it just wouldn't die. My casting rate is way too low. Immediately putting all those points into it. Those are level 3. And definitely not going to have enough mana to get everything up to level 3. For all the, Jack in the boxes. Guess I'll just repair it. It's taking forever though. May as well upgrade since timer's about to run out. But since ads are starting here pretty soon, I think I should take my break before the wave starts. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. My OBS seems to be struggling, but I am back. Welcome back, thank you. For some reason, it just gets laggy whenever I change scenes today. I'm not sure why. Anyway, alright, I need to upgrade all my Jack-in-the-Boxes. Oh, welcome, Bialba. Welcome, or thank you for the bless. What? That was unfortunate. I don't think I have any other way of putting it. That kobold got launched by my Jack-in-the-Box, I think, right next to me while it was lit, and then it died and one-shot me. I'll be honest, I don't think my defenses are going to be able to handle the ogre on their own. Did you Chris run by accident? I wouldn't say so. Alright. My defenses are dying. That is game over. You know, I knew there was going to be luck involved in this. But I didn't expect something like that to happen, I have to admit. I think that run was kind of doomed from the start though, so... hopefully the next one will be better.